morning, friends. Today we are going to do lesson the fraid. So let's begin. Chapter 4, the fraid. Once upon a time, on that hot green island of Jamaica, where monkeys live in the trees, there lived a little girl named Sue with her mother. They lived a good many miles from anywhere. Sue had no one to play with. One day, she said to her mother, "Can I go down the road and play with a little boy who lives there?" "Yes," said her mother, "but mind you come back before it's dark." And she wagged her finger at Sue the way mothers do. Up in the trees, the monkeys saw what she did, and they wagged their fingers at each other. Monkeys copy what they see people doing. "Why do I have to come back before it's dark?" Mother asked Sue. "Because if you come home when it's dark, you will be afraid." "What's afraid, Mother?" asked Sue. "If you come home in the dark, you'll know what afraid was." Sue went down the road, and the monkeys followed, jumping through the trees. She walked a long way to the neighbor's house and spent all day playing with the little boy who lived there. They danced in a circle, singing "Ring-a-ring-a roses," and the monkeys imitated them. Except the monkeys held tails instead of hands. Monkeys always copy people. When the little boy was put to bed, Sue started home, but it was already dark, and when she got home, her mother was very angry. "Where have you been?" she shouted. "Didn't I tell you to come home before dark?" She was so angry that she shook her fist, and the monkeys in the tree shook their fists too. "But Mother, I'm not afraid," said Sue. "If you walk about in the dark, you'll be afraid," said her mother. "You're to come home before it's dark. Do you hear?" A few days later, Sue was lonely again. She asked her mother, "Can I go play with the little boy?" "Do you promise to come home before dark?" asked her mother. "Yes, I promise," said Sue. "Then you can go. But remember what I said." So Sue went off down the road, and she spent all day playing with the little boy. They played, covering their eyes with their hands. The monkeys copied, but sometimes they covered their eyes with their hats, and sometimes they covered their eyes with their tails. But monkeys always copy. Sue enjoyed herself greatly. She forgot her promise. It was dark yet before she started home. Her mother was furious. "You came home in the dark again?" she shouted and jumped in the air. Up in the trees, all the monkeys jumped and shouted too. "I'm sorry, Mother," Sue said. "But you see, I'm not afraid." "But you'll be afraid," said her mother. "You will be if you don't learn to come home before it gets dark." A few days after that, Sue said to her mother, "Can I go to play with the little boy?" "Yes, but what do I want you to do?" "You want me to return before dark, Mother." "And why?" "Because I'll be afraid if I don't." "That's right," said her mother. "Remember." So off Sue went.